Hello and welcome back to another Harry and Marcus video show, where today
And Doyle.
Doyle, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
he's making lots of noise.
we're going to give you 10 songs, 10 songs by the Beatles covered by other acts that you probably don't know about, although you probably don't know Marcus's five, but you'll probably know all of my five. And since you're the one with the obscure ones, you can go first.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, now I'll go first, okay.
No.
I was only joking because I was trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Right, my first one is Todd Rundgren with Strawberry Fields Forever, which is taken from a cover versions album, his seventh album called Faithful, which was released in May 1976. I hadn't heard it.
I don't know it.
I was going to say I hadn't heard of it until this evening, and I played it, and it is very psychedelic, lots of sort of swirling 60s, 70s guitars in the background, very close to the Beatles version, but a little bit rockier. But
I think he'd seen the light.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was going to try and figure out a joke of getting in that I Seen the Light, but I quite liked it. It's one that if it came out as a single in the 70s and I'd have known about it, I'd have brought it.
Yeah.
So your first one.
Yeah, my first song is going back to 1966. It's close to when I think she died.
All right.
But it's Al McCogan,
right,
with 8 Days a Week, which is on the Columbia label. It charted, got to number 11. But this is where you've got to take a pinch of salt. It's number 11 on the Radio Luxembourg chart.
Ah, right.
So I believe the DJs used to make that up on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's the records they liked.
Yeah.
So they obviously liked the Al McCogan song. So that is good. John Lennon was apparently a huge fan of Al McCogan.
What do you think of it?
It's very different. 8 Days a Week is a nice, bouncy, sort of mid-range tune, isn't it, by the Beatles? For jangly guitars and stuff. But Alma's version is very slow, very lots of strings, and even when she starts singing it, you can't believe it's 8 days a week. But it's a different version. She's done it totally different. Too many people, I think, did try to do actual covers sounding like the Beatles. So you can't accuse her of that.
No, I've got at least 2 in mind that they put their own stamp on it. In fact, 3, but make 2.5. But yeah, okay. That sounds. I'll give that one a listen. My next one
worth a listen, just because the arrangement is so different. I don't like it. I don't like it, but the arrangement's really different.
Yeah. My next one wasn't. It's a bit of a cheat, really, but it wasn't released as a record. It was a performance done at the White House in front of Barack Obama and Paul McCartney, and it was Jack White of the White Stripes who did. Was it gone? Why Don't We Do It in the Road off Abbey Road?
Oh right, okay. Didn't know that either. There's you telling me everyone would know your tunes, but of course my knowledge of music ends pretty much in sort of 1989.
Yeah, well, so does mine too. I wouldn't have known this if I hadn't have gone online tonight. But I did listen to it. It's like you can hear it on YouTube, and it's quite interesting. Jack White's, some of the White Stripes. I didn't listen to tons of the White Stripes stuff, but my daughter, Lydia, she really liked the White Stripes, so we used to get that in the car a lot when I used to pick her up. Yeah. And what I heard of them, I quite liked. 7 Nations Army.
If we ever get the band going again, perhaps I'll play the guitar to
piss off
Jack White.
No, I'm not putting on a wig. You sound like that episode.
You've played drums before.
It sounds like that. As you know, I watch. Very un-PC now for our PC viewers, but I watch Steptoe and Son every night on That's TV, and there was an episode on about 2 weeks ago where Albert had claimed been claiming for his wife for about 40 years and his daughter. So it ended up with hilarious shenanigans with, at one point, Albert had to dress as a woman, another point, Harold had to dress as a woman, but I'm not doing it.
Okay, all right. Just an idea.
I know, I've had my days of dressing as a woman.
Could be playing Glastonbury next year.
And on that very horrible thought, what's your next one?
Yeah, my next one, sorry, my iPad's gone dead, but I know it's Cliff Bennett. Sorry, when this starts up, and it's back in the USSR.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the Parlophone label from, I think, came out very late 1968, but entered the chart didn't actually enter the chart, but it was in the Breakers in another record retailer chart, but that's quite slightly faster than the Beatles version, right. And someone trying to do a bit of a distorted, very poor Jimi Hendrix impersonation.
Oh yeah. I just realised just 68 Hendrix. Yeah, there'd have been a lot of that, though, wouldn't there? Psychedelia.
Yeah. So it's quite good. I was just looking at picking up a copy of it.
All right.
Nice one for the Beatles now collection. It's not a bad version. We saw Cliff Bennett, didn't we? Twice, I think, because we went to 2 nights of Status Quo.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
He's in the support band, weren't he?
Yeah.
With Mick Green.
Yeah. I remember Mick Green, but I totally forgot.
Yeah, he was a singer. He was wearing a trilby, if I recall, which is normally a sign that they'd gone bald.
Yeah.
Normally. What are they called?
What, the Rubber Rose? No. The band. No idea.
Perhaps you put the name on.
Yeah, I'll stick the name on wasn't Shanghai, was it?
Shanghai, that's it. Yeah. Shanghai, that's it. Yeah, well done. Yeah, we saw them twice, didn't we? Because we went to both nights of Quo. Dear. Not a bad single, but it's, it could have probably done without the style of guitar solo, but you listen to it, you might like it. But, But it's quite a good rocking single, yeah.
Going on rocking singles, my next one's a pretty obvious one, really. I went to all this in World War II, that wonderful album, which has got
Maxwell Silver Hammer.
Yeah, a plethora of lovely cover versions.
Yeah.
But I was looking for one that was. I was toying with going with Ferries, I'm Leaving Home, but then I thought, nah, it's too obvious. And then I saw that Ambrose released Magical Mystery Tour as a demo-only single to promote the album. So I thought, that was it. So I played it, and it's sort of weird because the beginning of it is really orchestral. It's sort of George Martin's fingerprints all over it. It's all orchestra and everything. And then by the time you get into the actual song, it's, a rock song. But it's not heavy rock, sort of over the top hair rock. It's just a 70s pop rock song, really. It's just a good version. It's not bad. I mean, Ambrose, I'll be honest, I can't think of any other songs by him. I don't know if you know anything by him.
I've never heard of them myself.
I've heard of them. I've seen their name written down.
I've got the album because you gave me a copy of it. Was it for my birthday or something? I
can't remember. I think it was just because you collected the Beatles. It's got a couple of quirky tracks. Keith Moon's.
Doyle doesn't like Ambrose.
But Keith Moon's When I'm 64. David Essex, Yesterday. I mean, that was a single as well, wasn't it? Yesterday.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. It actually charted, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, not very high though. No, I think it was in the 20s or something. But Yeah. So what's your next one?
Right, my next one. What we down to? Number 3 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, my next one is from 1964, and it's "Can't Buy Me Love," which got to number 34 in the charts. It's on the Verve label, and it's by that great artist Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a really good clip of it on YouTube from the Ed Sullivan Show in glorious colour.
I think I saw that written down when I was looking up because
right, yeah.
I originally went into the top 100 Beatles covers, and I thought, this is crazy. I can't go through 100 records. So then I came out of that and went into a different site, just the tops, went there. And by the way, I'd like to now state openly and in public that I think that the classic rock website is the biggest crock of shit on an iPhone.
Excuse me.
Pardon?
Excuse me.
It may be well.
Is that clickbait? Is that what they call it? You're trying to get people angry.
Yeah. No, I went into that site
because they go viral. Know of that now.
I went into that 4 times tonight, and I never got down below. It's the top 100 covers, and I never got down below. I think it was about 84 before it came out and said, we have a problem with this site. I could not get the bloody. Every time I scrolled it down, it just went back to the beginning again. Didn't do that with any other site apart from classic rock site. A lot of rubbish. So yeah, what was the version like?
Well, when it kicks off, it's very much a swing version, and you can imagine Frank Sinatra coming in to sing it and stuff. I didn't play it all the way through, and I imagine she'll probably be doing some scat singing towards the end. But we're singing it. Well, obviously she'll sing it okay. She's got a great voice, but yeah, it's real big swing version. And obviously 1964 it was current, so
yeah.
You know, the Beatles had only just they made it in the US in 64.
Next one is the Reverend Al Green.
Oh, cool.
1969, his album, and I've written it so badly I can't read what it says, but it's his 1969 album.
Okay.
And the song was "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
Right, but it's not at all like the Beatles version.
Oh no, I was just going to say, if you think of "Tired of Being Alone" and then put "I Want to Hold Your Hand" in there, you sort of got what it is. It's at the beginning, he's talking and the band are playing, and he's going, right, let's get really funky, and then he gets into singing, and now to tell you something. But he does it just like "Tired of Being Alone." It's a great version.
You sounded like Al Green there.
I have
your deep bluesy voice, isn't it?
I've got my second career as an Al Green impressionist on Monday nights, and now that she's sadly passed away, a Lily Savage impressionist on a Thursday night to make the extra money.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I thought it was really good. In fact, out of all the ones that I've chosen, it's probably my favourite one because I quite like Al Green. But
same here, yeah, excellent, yeah.
And what's your number 4?
My number 4 is by the Tremolos.
Yeah.
In 1966 on CBS, and it's Good Days, Sunshine.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which got to number 34 in the charts, and is terribly expensive to buy. I've been trying to get a copy for ages, but it's ridiculous. I don't know how it made 34 in the chart. For some reason, I've got it in my head. I read somewhere that it was withdrawn or something.
Maybe it was. Maybe that's why it's so expensive. There has to be a reason why it's so expensive.
It wasn't around for long, and I think it's off of Revolver, the song.
Yeah.
And that's around the time when I think Revolver came out, and every single song was covered the week it came out.
That's right, yeah.
And I think the Tremolos were one of them.
Yeah.
So that needs a bit more research. That might be listeners might be totally wrong, but I did hear that story, and going by the date of release, it must have been fairly close. to
I was going to
robust.
say I've heard the story about every track being recorded within a week. You might have actually told me it.
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
Oh, yes, all right version. Follows the same way. Lots of piano. It's got a sort of honky tonk piano throughout it, and it's slightly different. Harmonies are slightly different, but it's a good version. But Beatles, as in most cases, the Beatles version is better.
Oh yeah. In fact, I suppose arguably there might be a couple of songs that were covered, Beatles songs that are really good that you prefer. But
I think Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and people like that did really good versions that were totally different to the Beatles ones.
Yeah. And my last one is the lead singer from Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, who sadly died in 2017, but did one of those. Remember those BBC sessions they used to do with where you covered another, and then they used to put the albums out. About 3 albums. He covered "You've Got to Hide Your Love Away." Just him and an acoustic guitar.
One of my favourite songs.
Did he
do the theme song for a Bond film?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't remember when it was now. I saw a picture of it when I was looking it up, but I've forgotten when it was. But it was great. I mean, he's got a really good voice, and he was sort of like really impassionate when really passionate. Sorry, when he was singing it and strumming away and getting.
I'll have to check it out. Sounds good.
To get the strumming was sort of started off really softly, but then got more sort of aggressive towards the middle and the end.
It's a great song.
Yeah. It sort of surprised me because I knew his name, but I forgot he was the lead singer of Soundgarden. It's only when I looked it up and then I realised that it was him, the guy that died and everything. But yeah, it's that's my 5. So last one from you.
Right, my last one is from 1985, and it's the Thompson Twins.
All right.
A Revolution.
The Thompson Twins.
Yeah.
What the hell did that sound like?
Like 80s pop.
Right. Bit like We Are Detectives, but Revolution.
Yeah, well, bit of keyboard and stuff, but they played it at Live Aid, Philadelphia. They were out there. Do you remember that?
I'm going to go on YouTube after and watch it because I remember watching Live Aid Philadelphia, and I don't remember what it's.
Oh, it's amazing. It's really good. They've got oh dear, that's terrible. It's our age, I think. Memory goes. The great guitarist from Chic,
Nile Rodgers.
He's playing live with them, and the backing vocals are done by Madonna. And you can really hear her singing, and it's a real kick-ass version. We're a bit ropey on the lyrics, but musically, it's really rocky.
Anything that Nile Rodgers gets involved in is like it seems to just work. Bowie's "Let's Dance," Daft Punk, Get Happy, whatever it was.
I think they've done the Sing with 85 and Live Aid. When was Live Aid? Was that 85?
85. July 13th, 85.
So obviously they performed it there, and then they got told to release it as a single, and it doesn't quite have the impact of Philadelphia.
It sounds really interesting.
You'll enjoy it. It's really really surprises you for the Thompson Tree. They muck up the lyrics. All through it, so it's got a bit of a jam feel, but the music is really fantastic, and Madonna's having a ball of a time. She's really enjoying it. And
I remember Madonna's
really good.
Yeah, I remember Madonna's performance because she'd only just sort of broken through then, and that's before she became the prima donna sort of star that she is now. Though she has to, she was just a pop star, and she was really, really good then.
I've never really looked much at the Philadelphia end of performance.
No.
I looked at some tonight. We had Ashford and Simpson, and they really sad when Teddy Prendergast came on. You using a wheelchair to get on, but he sang a song with them, which was nice. So I need to investigate that a bit more, because all I ever used to go to is the Led Zeppelin clip.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've ignored everything else, but I looked at Simple Minds. They were really good. Pretenders were really good. Lots of British bands.
Yeah. And anyway, so that was our
few interesting songs in there. Few for me to buy. The collection.
10 Beatle covers that you probably didn't know about, but you might have done. And there are obviously honourable mentions, like that would never get on the top 100 Beatles covers. Like, although I love him dearly and he's one of my favourite artists, but David Bowie's cover of Across the Universe, even though it had John Lennon playing on it and singing on it, is pretty awful. And when I was looking through,
what about Elton's I Saw Her?
Yeah, I saw it. I should never thought
B-side of Philadelphia Freedom.
Yeah, and it came out as an A-side as well. They released in 1980. They released it as an A-side. Yeah. Also, Wilson Pickett's "Hey Jude." I came across that tonight. Stevie Wonder, "We Can Work It Out." Yeah. And off the album that you were talking about, not 1 or 2 shows ago, the Beach Boys Party album. They said I should have known better.
Yeah. The Damned, Help.
Oh yeah, no shit! I should have totally forgot that. Yeah, should have. Yeah. The Mean Machine, Drive My Car by the Mean Machine.
Yeah. That was, you're doing a playlist for listeners?
Yeah, I will do if I remember. I forgot last time. But if I remember, I have.
See, that's why people don't like and follow us. This is just before we ask people to like and follow us. In fact, we're rock and roll, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's if you don't like us and put on the alarm bell, you'll miss our next show, because we don't even know when we're gonna manage to do it. Your screen might be round the wrong way again.
So please please subscribe. I'm now begging on my knees for you to hit that bell icon, because we're well out of the algorithm, because we're so inconsistent. And we'll see you next time.
Yep. See you all.
Bye.